Hello, my name is Isabel, and today for Project 3 of Your Journal, I will be discussing innovation. So, as for what did I learn about innovation that I didn't already know? So, while reading through the modules, I actually learned a lot. Essentially, everything was new. But specifically through Joseph Schumpeter's Gales of Creative Destruction and Innovation by Mark Dodgson and David Gahn, I learned that innovation has many different definitions, and it's actually a pretty complex topic. For example, innovation can be defined in respect to different categories with a definition for operational processes, products, or through levels of innovation, such as on an incremental or radical level. Innovation can also be generally thought of as successfully applied ideas, but a more accurate definition is that it is a building upon of an existing product or service to improve it. There were many other things I learned about innovation throughout completing this month's assignments, essentially everything I didn't give much thought before. But the most marked thing I would say is the culture of creativity, specifically organizational culture. As in, it was a surprise to me as how your management can affect your own personal creativity and the creativity of a company, and how that relates to innovation and essentially the overall success of said company. So, as for how innovation is different from inventions, essentially an invention is creating an entirely new product, while innovation is improving or developing a product or service further, whose draws embellish in the creativity, entrepreneurship, innovation, moving forward module by Stefan Diasio, and the video from iNet called Invention versus Innovation. In short, innovation is built up from an invention. So, as for how creativity connects to entrepreneurship and innovation, both creativity is a very important concept regarding both of those. Essentially, the process of building a creative environment and practicing creativity is what persists innovation. For example, information from the video Why Companies Fail and Why Some Succeed from Stanford Graduate School of Business, as well as the ideas of cultural influences on creative environments from Johnson Gary's excerpt Managing Strategic Change, the Role of Symbolic Action, both detail that nurturing a creative environment helps companies to cultivate innovation and to ultimately succeed. As in, if management takes care of their organizational cultures by promoting Ekbal's 10 dimensions of creative climate, from creative organizational climate, construction validation, and measuring instrument report 2 by Ekbal. This was in the part 3 of the booklet this month. And that they are pursuing innovation in a relatively quick manner in either an incremental or radical way, then the company will continue to stay relevant in spite of change. So, essentially, if creative environment is being nurtured, then creativity and thus innovation can continue to grow, and the company can continue to match current trends. So, why is innovation important to societies, companies, and organizations? It's important because in all these levels, we are constantly changing as new technologies and values are developed. Society changes with the introduction of new technology, politics, or through steady social change of behaviors, among many other factors, so innovation is needed to sustain growth. And then companies or organizations need innovation to match society, but also innovation could influence society in measures of its success. For example, how Netflix and YouTube have developed and changed throughout the effect of the internet on society, and how that in turn has led to society living its life and enjoying things, and how their success and innovation makes them highly relevant in people's lives. So, how YouTube has created different types of entertainment careers that capitalize on relatability in comparison to TV personalities, actors, which in turn affects other sectors of the entertainment industry to create more relatable content. YouTube has also matched the other trends of social media sites with creating shorter stories that match our shorter attention spans, which has been brought from the onslaught of technology and the fact that we essentially have a computer in our hands. That has been, yes. So as a result, it's been highly successful, as said by Ryan Shelley on their article, 6 YouTube Innovations That You Need to Know About. YouTube is now the second most visited website in the world, with over 1 billion mobile video views per day. So not only has it innovated as a site, it's also innovated to being more mobile. Also, for a remark of how it has created new jobs, 9% of small business owners use YouTube, and there is a growth of 50% year-on-year of content creators earning 6-digit salaries. As for Netflix, it has innovated to match our more impatient attitude or just our desire to have and do things quicker. matching our fast-paced lifestyles now. By switching to a streaming service in comparison to buying physical copies of movies that it used to be prior, that promotes a binge-watching culture, which in turn has influenced how current TV shows are made to be more bingeable, and has also been helping Netflix to also make its own brand. Lastly, for two common approaches to innovation, once again from Joseph Gary, they are incremental and radical. Incremental innovation is essentially adding new versions of products slowly, such as Windows updates, and radical innovations change the nature of products, services, and processes entirely, which is rare. Alright, that's all. Thanks for watching.